Hi again, fellas. Kyle O here. In the last part, I lost in Switzerland, so we're going to pick a different car. Let's try the Speed 12. Speed 12 has actually brought me some good luck when I played as it in Test Drive 5, so let's see if it does the same in this. Probably not. Speed 12? Now, let me tell you something really weird about the Class 4 cars. The majority of them go 200 miles per hour instead of varying speeds. Like in Test Drive 5, the TBR Speed 12 is listed as a car that goes 235 miles per hour. In this game, it just goes 200. Same thing with the Aston Martin Project Vantage, goes 200. Just about all the Class 4 cars go 200 miles per hour. Nissan R390 GT1, 200 miles per hour. In Test Drive 5, it went 225 or 230, somewhere around there. Dodge Viper GDSR strangely goes 185, as opposed to 225 in the previous two games, so they kind of downgraded the Viper GDSR. How could they? Lotus GT1 goes 195, Ford GT40 goes 217 for some reason, and what's the other one? Okay, we're going to go left this time. And of course, the TBR Speed 12, like I said, 235 in Test Drive 5, and about 235 in Test Drive 4, goes 200 in this game. And Toyota GT1 goes around 225 to 230. It's the fastest car in the game. And it costs $1 million in career mode. It's the only car that costs $1 million in this game. The rest of the Class 4 cars go for $500,000. Toyota is so special, it goes for $1 million. Was that the list price in real life? I think nothing of it. Don't think twice, it's alright. Yeah, like, if you think about the paint jobs of the Speed 12 and Test Drive 5, they were, like, really neat. They were pearlescent. They looked really nice for 1998. This looks like a cheap die-cast toy. Like a not Hot Wheels die-cast car. Like one of those cheap ones you find at the dollar stores or whatever. Hey, no offense to them. Those are perfect if you want to stage a giant monster attack and you don't want to destroy your Hot Wheels cars and you want to use those as like collateral damage. Egypt. Where in Egypt though? Is it Cairo? Again, it's another circuit track in this game where the country is named, but not the exact location. I mean, there's King Tut, so. Yeah, and the Jaguar XJ220 also suffers from that kind of texture, too. It almost looks cel-shaded. I mean, look at it. So yeah, the Class 4 cars, despite being the fastest, they control terribly. Just anything goes. No physics whatsoever. Look at this. Just going all over the place. This place looks like it's under construction. Not smart to have people racing through it. Oh, lots of turns here. This is a zigzaggy course. I like looking at it, but I don't like racing on it. Race like an Egyptian. Race like an Egyptian. See, they should have gotten that song for this soundtrack. But that song's from the 80s. Everything in this soundtrack is from like 1999 or 1998 at the earliest. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there's another artist on this soundtrack is the Cottonmouth Kings. It's a rap group. It's the only rap song on the album, Dog's Life. I like that song. The interesting thing about Dog's Life is that some of it is edited for lyrics that would probably give this game a T for teen rating. They did the same thing with Test Drive 5 as well. Test Drive 5 soundtrack has a song called Anarchy by KMFDM, and they do away with the part where he says F me like a whore. Usually, like, the ESRB will give a game, like, a T rating for mild lyrics or whatever. And the interesting thing is, Test Drive 2002, which was the PS2 Xbox reboot of the series, in America it's just known as Test Drive, which is why we call it Test Drive 2002, But in the UK, I think in the UK, well, in Europe, it's referred to as Test Drive Overdrive, which is a much better title, honestly, because it gives it some sense of continuity. Our title, it's like a reset. It's a test drive. That's it, it's just called Test Drive. So, I call it Test Drive 2002. I have it. I did a video on it. I plan to do more videos on it. Test Drive 2002 was the first game in this series to get a T rating for mild lyrics, and also because there's a story mode and there's some language in the story mode as well. But up until then, these games always kind of scrubbed out the so-called dirty lyrics. Like, I think one of the lyrics that they got rid of in Dog's Life was, I think it goes, "I piss on his plate" or something. And I think a drug reference was removed too. So we beat Egypt, Newcastle, from Test Drive 5. Let's go back to Class 2. Actually, no, let's go to Class 1. Let's pick... it's on the loading screen, so I'm going to pick the CUDA. Coulda, woulda. Yeah, look at all the filters and how they inverted some of the image. Like, that just screams 90s collage.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, here we go. Yeah, it's just so weird seeing the one pickup truck in this game. Everything else is a car. And the Ford F-150 Lightning is the only truck in this game. It's like, what are you doing here? Go to Test Drive Off-Road 3. Well, actually, no, I think it's kind of cool that you could race as a pickup. I wonder why they didn't put more in here. So yeah, they actually added traffic and cops to Newcastle, much to my chagrin. Hey, whoa! Yeah, sometimes the physics are on your side, and sometimes they're not. Who's behind me? Looks like the Audi. 6th place? Oh. Oh, come on. Well, we're on lap 1. Don't lose hope. Always have a chance at winning. Hogging the road. Let me pass. Why are you driving so fast on the grass? But yeah, Test Drive 2002 there was definitely aimed at a more, shall we say, mature audience. I just find it interesting, like, to secure that E rating, they would sometimes censor lyrics of the songs. Here I am, ruminating over lyrics that were perceived to be dirty. Oh, no! Oh! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Don't get cocky. Coming up to the hairpin. Up! Yep! Yep! Like the Charger, the CUDA comes in some very neon blacklight looking colors. Like this alien green. Really does remind me of the 90s though, because that sort of aesthetic was really big back then. Anyways, whoa! Get out of me way! See, even the Prowler has colors like that too. Oh goodness, stop! Yeah, I was able to cut him off easily. Think of doing that in Test Drive 5. Oh, ho, 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 no. Oh, no. Steady. Steady as the beating drum. Whoa! See, some of the cars have the physics of, like, glass. Just hit them and it's like nothing. My win. My win. Slow down for 1 second and boom, right past you. How obnoxious. Come on, let me win. Let me win. Oh well, third place, better than nothing. I'm making good time here. I was afraid that I was going to record like a million parts. Let's see, Italy, that's Cormayer. And on the loading screen, that's a Marcus Manoray. I haven't picked the Marcus Manoray yet. It's the only Marcus car in the game. Oh wait, I meant to do this one in reverse. Whatever. It's the same damn track. Look at the headlights on this thing. That's like creepy alien eyes, bug eyes. Ooh, it's looking right into you. This looks like a fish, just puckering its mouth. Actually, you know what it reminds me of? There's a kind of goldfish. I saw it at a pet store once, and I was like, a little shocked. Like, I never had seen a fish like this. It's a goldfish where it has a normal body, but its eyes are on top of these two bulging, like, usually you would think the eyes would be on the outsides of the fish, you know. But no, they were on the top, and they were like cross-eyed. I don't know how to describe it. And I think they're known as like cross-eyed goldfish or something, or cross-eyed, maybe panda fish? I don't know, they're not koi. Like, their eyes are not on their sides. The eyes are actually on top of the bulgy things. Those bulgy sockets. That's what this is kind of reminding me of. Actually, that turn is less brutal in this than it is in Test Drive 5 because of the physics. So, another score 1 for Test Drive 6. Okay, points off because you let them all easily pass me like that. This is where we'd be hearing Pitch Shifter's WYSIWYG. Ah. See, even in Test Drive 6, this course is giving me agita. Hey, fun fact, agita is an Italian-American slang term. Racing in Italy. That just makes it even better. Agita. And when you grow up in a family of Italians, and you have a grandfather who's right off the boat from Sicily, you're going to be saying a lot of Italian slangs and such. And agita is one I often use. The slang terms I use are Sicilian, though, so they're kind of different from the regular Italian dialect. If I want to be in theme here, these other racers are cavones. No, this guy's a real cavone. That isn't even my best Italian impression. Okay, this guy is a cavone. Yeah. Yep, there you go. Bottana di madre. Don't repeat that one. For your sake. Anyway, since we lost, we're going to do the reverse version. Because I wanted to do the reverse versions of the Test Drive 5 circuit tracks. Let's do the truck. Let's do the F-150 Lightning. Give these cavones a run for their money. It's because I'm being recorded in doing this. If I wasn't being recorded, I would probably pull off a really sick Italian accent. But I'm not bringing my A game, guys. I'm not bringing my A game, huh? Well, let's see if I can beat these cavones. Who's in the first place? Yep, and the gondolas are perpetually still. I'm just doing horribly. This is like... It's weird because when I'm not being recorded, I can do a pretty decent Italian, Cacchierones. See, I never really had an Italian accent. Although the weird thing is, people say that a Connecticut accent is like an amalgamation between Boston and New York. I can kind of see that. You know, a co-worker of mine once thought I was from Boston, because sometimes I let one slip. It's like subconscious almost. He's like, hey, are you from Massachusetts? I'm like, oh no, why? Why would you ask that? He's like, no, you kind of sound like you have a Boston accent. Yeah, you sound like you have a Boston accent. I'm like, no. It just sort of slips. I don't know, what would I even define my normal voice? It's not Dutch. I'm Dutch too, you know. I'm from Holland, everyone. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? That's how that scene goes, right? I probably just butchered that. It's been a long time since I've watched Austin Powers and Goldmember. Well, I came in third place. That's all that matters. Caribbean in reverse. Let's pick the GT40. Might be able to make it to the end here. Not have to record any more parts. Now, what's with that stripe? That to me just clashes with that robin's egg blue. Look at me in this color commentary here. Hey. Come on. Come on. Why don't they let us? Okay. So this level isn't as arduous to race on in this game. In Test Drive 5, it's a nightmare. But yeah, this is, yeah, of course, it's the Montego Bay circuit, but it's just referred to as Caribbean. There's like the beach just ends. And it was like that in Test Drive 5 as well. Like, the beach just ends. And it's just nothing after the beach, except that flat file of the background. So you don't want to swim at that beach, because there is no water. Like, there's a very weird establishment of depth there, or lack thereof. Like, you would think that they would create a flat texture, like a flat slab of water texture that goes off perpetually until it reaches the image there of the neighboring island. It's just so weird looking. These games, you know, because they come from the PlayStation 1 era and weren't exactly Gran Turismo or Need for Speed, you know, they looked very weird in retrospect, and when I was a kid they looked very, very weird too. So, yeah, the weird thing is, as much as I would love to visit these locations, I've never been outside of the United States. Like, I've never been to Canada, never been to Mexico, but I plan to change that one day. I plan to travel more. Whoa! No! I'll tell you where this game is making me travel. Towards the loser bin. Because the physics are not very nice. See, Montego Bay is just as terrible in this game as it was in Test Drive 5. Yeah, I should have won that, damn it. I should have won that. And this is the last track, so let's try to finish things up here. Let's not pick a Class 1 car. 4. Let's not pick a Class 4 car. Pick a Class 2 car. Let's pick the Dodge Concept, even though it looks terrible in this game. If you've never seen a Dodge Concept car before, aka a Dodge Copperhead, well, this ain't what it looks like. And it certainly didn't come in blue back then either. It only came in like this sort of gold-like color. I don't think it ever went into production. Although they had Hot Wheels cars of them, I know because I had one, and it had a Baby Ruth sponsorship on it. The back of it almost looked like those taillights. Almost look like those things below the taillights. Almost look like whiskers. It's so weird looking. Oh, it's making me think of something, and I can't place it. You just gotta easily put your finger on the left trigger to make a decent enough turn. Okay. Look at the guy inside too. He's just a couple of blocks forming a person. Kind of creepy. Doesn't look like a toy. Well, cars in this game look like toys. So, yeah. I guess they had faith in the Copperhead, not Copperfield. And they didn't put it into production. If I remember correctly, it was supposed to be like a budget Viper, you know, for people who couldn't afford to, who couldn't afford a Dodge Viper. Well, here was your alternative. Kind of has a similar design scheme to the Viper in the front and other Dodge cars at the time. Yeah, like this was a time when Dodge had cars like the Dodge Stratus, the Dodge Avenger, the Dodge Intrepid. They don't really make those cars anymore. The Intrepid almost looked like a Viper to me when I was a child. See, my grandfather had an Intrepid, so the front of it kind of looked like a Viper to me. This is making me very, very angry. I'm not going to lose this 3 times in a row. Because this game's programming is off the wall. Can I just drive off the course and into that void just out of anger? I'm not getting as upset here as I did with Test Drive 5. Yeah, for good measure, just crash into one of the people who won. Let's go back to our favorite, Dodge Viper GTS. Start with it, end with it. Maybe? That's the Panaz Esperante right there. This color scheme makes me think of McDonald's. I mean, come on, yellow and red. I've never seen a Viper with that paint job before. And in career mode, you can totally pick whatever. Like, you could make a green with white stripes Viper. You can make a Viper that's green with blue stripes. You could make a Viper that's yellow with brown stripes. It's like, you could do anything in career mode. You could, like, pick the most unbalanced color schemes and paint your car that way. I used to do that as a kid because at the time I didn't have an idea of color theory. It's like, yeah, I want to see a blue Viper with green stripes. And I made it. Viper versus Cobra. In real life, a Cobra would probably defeat a Viper. I'm talking about snakes, not about cars. Because the King Cobra, if I remember correctly, is the second most deadliest snake in the world, behind the Black Mamba. Like, the Black Mamba's bite can kill 200 people at a time. And I think the King Cobra, is second to that. That's, yeah, it's a snake fact, courtesy of me. But yeah, this car looks like McDonald's. This car makes me want chicken McNuggets. That was like the highlight of the weekend. Going over to my dad's house, and, we'd get some kind of fast food Friday night and eat that and then play Dreamcast. And I'd always get, a Happy Meal. I'd always get chicken McNuggets. Come on. I still love chicken McNuggets, even though they're so bad for you. But I eat them sparingly, don't worry. I'm not Morgan Spurlock. That frickin' phony. See, whenever they showed us Super Size Me in health class, I just made me hungry for McDonald's. True story. Nope, let's win this. Come on. Yay! There we go. Symmetry, everybody. I started this game with the Viper and won. I ended this game, well, practice mode, with the Viper and won. In the next part, I'll definitely go through the race menu and sort of take you through and sort of show you all the different things you could do. I'm not going to do single race or tournament race because I already beat all the tournaments. So, probably just going to do cop chasing. Actually, before we go, let's see what's in my garage. You can actually upgrade the cars, too. They kind of go full-on simulator career mode, like with Gran Turismo. And that's what I really liked about this game. Test Drive 5 didn't have any of that, so I have a Viper, and I have a Viper GDSR, I have an R390 GD1, I have a Charger. Chevy Series 1, classic red and white striped Chevy Cobra, and a blue one too, because I have the money to afford it. Now, if only that were real life, I had the money to afford all these cool cars. And a Mustang, Caterham, and an Esprit. Why'd I pick that green color? So yeah, that was my garage, circa, what, 2004? The last time I fully committed to playing this game, before I just played it for shits and giggles. Yeah, so yeah, we're going to end the part here. Thank you for watching. In the next part, we're going to do Cop Chase, and then that'll be it. That'll be it for Test Drive 6 videos. Thank you for watching. This is Kyle O, signing off.